Hello there! We're back here on the ProtoTech server, and today is Christmas, and we will be getting some gifts out for Christmas. And what we will be actually doing today is giving gifts out to one of the oldest members of our server. And this is not actually a player, but instead actually our villagers. Yeah, we actually have 1.7 villagers that are part of our server that have been around since the very beginning, since 1.7, and they've just been kind of sitting around. I mean, we got one in here. This is our main guy. He is our weaponsmith. He's a 1.7 villager, so his trades are random at start, so he just happened to have gold in the beginning, which if you are into 1.7 villagers, that's a good signal. And then here we have all the tools that you would get from a weaponsmith from 1.7, as well as you see the diamonds, and yeah, it's all random order, unlike now where it's in order. You get all the diamond tools, all the diamond armor, you get the chain armor, the iron tools, as well as the iron, and then you get the coal. So here you can see we got our old coal trade here, and then it switches over, and this is the new trades. This is the 1.8 trade. So we got coal, and it goes in order, iron stuff, and then enchanted diamond stuff, and that's the end of it. So this guy, he's been sitting around. We've been using him to get all our diamond tools. Now that we have mending on our armor, we don't actually go through as many armor sets. If you die and lose your armor, then you would probably come back to him and get your diamond sets. But he's just been sitting here, and this is his little hut we made for him. It's a villager head, and we go to him not too often. We used to trade quite a few iron, so we actually had iron come through here, and then we would take the iron and trade him. And he actually has two iron trades, because the 1.7 one as well as the 1.8 one. But now we don't really use them so much because we have farmer trades. So what we will be actually doing is trying to get some gifts for this guy. We're actually get him some armor. So in a video I actually show that you can actually give villagers armor, and we will actually get him a nice set of enchanted armor. And then we'll also try to get a gift for the other 1.7 villagers as well. So the first thing that we will want to do is actually give this guy his official name, and you can see he's the weaponsmith, and his official name is going to be actually Mr. Smith, because it's right in his name. You can see weaponsmith, Smith. He's Mr. Smith. And I got some old name tags from the Halloween event. So I got anvil here, and we'll just Control A, Mr. Smith. That way we know exactly what his trade is and his name. And I think you can just, if you just spam click him a couple times, yeah, I'll get on him. It's not too hard to actually get name tags on villagers, even in 1.10. That's one thing that we did. We did upgrade to 1.10 so that we can continue doing some other stuff. But yeah, Mr. Smith is his name, and now all we have to do is get him some armor. So before I give people gifts, I like to kind of know a little bit about him. And like him, you can see that he likes to trade, and he likes, he's really into emeralds as well as giving armor that he's made. So I'm going to try to make him an armor set that kind of represents what he is all about. So I will actually probably have to use this iron here to actually get the armor from him, which is kind of weird because I'll be getting that diamond armor from him, then we'll be putting it back on him after we enchant. So let's get him all the different pieces, starting with helms. First I get some emeralds, and the nice thing about him, you can actually just get the iron and put it in the first slot, and then you get some emeralds. And then the next iron trade is kind of far towards the end to get all the way over. So that's the first iron trade. Okay, and the second iron trade is, yeah, past here. Will this work? No, that won't work. There you go. So yeah, I'll be getting some emeralds, and then we'll be getting his diamond armor. I collected a bunch of emeralds, and I'll get his helm. I'll give him a chest piece. Let's see, leggings. Yes, leggings, and a boots right there. Oh, perfect. Still got some emeralds left over. So now I'll just take these armor pieces and we will get them enchanted. But I will also want to get some more armor pieces for our other 1.7 villagers. So we're here at the villager island, and these are the other 4 1.7 villagers that we have. So I went ahead and got 4 sets of armor. And here we can see we got 2 librarians, and we got leathersmith, and I think we got another weaponsmith right here. So I'm going to take these armors and just go get some enchanted books and see if we can get these armor sets enchanted for these guys. So we are here at the trading spot, and we got to get unbreaking books for all the armor sets, and there is 5 villagers, 4 sets each, so 20 unbreaking books. I'm not sure if I have enough money, but we'll just keep buying unbreaking books until we get enough unbreaking books for everybody. I got 20 sets of the Unbreaking 3, also got 20 sets of Protection 4, and also got 20 sets of Thorns 3, because we'll be putting Thorns protection on all this armor for the villagers as well. Now I'll just grab some XPs and put all these books on the armor. So I enchanted all the armor sets that we have for all 5 of the 1.7 villagers, and each set has Unbreaking as well as Thorns as protection, and also name the different pieces. And the first set we will be giving is to Mr. Smith, our weaponsmith guy, and he has been very helpful towards the server. So I got a dispenser back here, and I showed how you can actually dispense armor onto villagers, and the effects of the armor actually take effect with the villagers. So if I just come in here and put in the armor pieces, so we got a helmet piece, and this is a visor down, and we got his middle piece, which is a black apron. We got his legs, which are a leg up, and we got his feet, or his footwear, and that's called Forge On. So now if I just come in here and put a lever down beside him, so you see all the pieces in there, and now if I just power them, you can see how the dispenser dispenses armor onto him, and now we're minus a piece. So I'll dispense all the pieces onto him. So now he should have all the armor pieces onto this villager here. And now he will be more protected if he would happen to get damage, let's say from a zombie, or if someone accidentally punched him. So now we will actually go on and put the armor sets on the other villagers that are 1.7. So here's the other 4 villagers that we got here at the villager island. And what we have are 2 librarians and a leathersmith as well as a blacksmith. And the leathersmith, he is pretty new. He wasn't really traded with too much. He just has 2 trades that are unlocked. Looks very similar to a 1.8 leathersmith worker. And then we also have 2 librarians, which trades are random at first. You can see they're random. He happens to have a book trade there. And then, you know, the compass. Then he got the trade that changes in 1.8. So this is a 1 written book for 1 emerald. And in 1.8 it's 2 written books for emerald. So there's his paper trade. And then switches over right here, switches from the 1.7 trades, and then these are the 1.8 trades, starts with the paper, and they go in order. So he gets another book trade, and then here you can see that the 2 written books are for 1 emerald, changes in 1.8, and then he continues on, and he gets 2 more book trades after that. So this guy actually has 4 book trades, and then we have another librarian over here. You can see that he has the 1 written book for 1 emerald. It means he's from 1.7. He goes up, and he got his written book right there. It just happens to be a perfect silk touch book, probably why he was kept. And then we also go up to paper, used to paper trade him quite a bit, and you can see it switches over to the 1.8 trades. And then another book, and goes on, 2 written books, and got 2 more books there. So yeah, he has 4 books as well. Now this guy here, notice his title is villager. See, these guys' titles are librarian, and leather worker. So those guys were actually traded with in 1.8, and then their title switched over. But this guy, he was never traded in 1.8, so you can see he has his original name, which is his villager, and then his trades are just coal and pickaxe, which was used quite a bit, and then he has gold here. So he was never actually traded with in 1.8 or above, so that's why he has his old title. So first we will give the librarians their set of armor. I got 2 sets for the librarians, for each librarian. So first I got this librarian set here, and I'll get the lever down. So we got the librarians, we got this armor set here. So they got bifocals and chains, which is you know, like the chains that hold the bifocals on for librarians, and twinkle toes because they're very quiet and swift. Hush up, because librarians are always telling you to be quiet. And bookworm worthy. Ooh, that's a tongue twister. So we'll get all this armor onto this librarian over here, and then we will get the rest of the armor onto this guy. Notice these guys are kind of like all synchronizing together. If I shift, they all kind of turn their arms. Huh, that's funny. Well, next up is this librarian. We haven't gave him any armors yet, and he'll get the same thing. All this armor, that's what he'll get, and we'll dispense it onto him. So now he got his armor set looking fine. Can't see their armor sets though. And next up we will give it to the leathersmith. So the leathersmith, his armor set is this one here. He got leather head, leather boots, his white apron, and he also got leather breeches. So everything that he possibly sells. So he can have all that. Dispense it onto him. he'll stay protected, even though he don't really look that different from the 1.8 villagers. He is a 1.7 villager. And next up is the extra special guy, the villager himself. So what I made up for villager himself, we got a special set for him. He got hat hook because he hung his head up because he's retired. A dying breed, he's the last of his kind. Grandfather's lap for his breeches, and lost one. Or is that last one? Yeah, he lost one boot. Yeah, because that's what happens when you get old. So he is going to get all his armor, and now he will also be protected, and he's the last 1.7 villager. So now all the villagers should be semi-protected, and now we will have to think about what to actually do with these villagers, because we don't want to just keep them inside this glass box forever. They kind of need their own village. I mean, they have been with the server for a long time, and they have never actually been part of a village, and they never really had the life of like a retired person just hanging out at the beach. Something cool that I came across is that you can actually jump over a 2-meter fence just with the elytras, or you can jump a 3-meter fence or wall like this one here just with the jump to beacon as well as your elytra. If you just spam click or spam your spacebar, just like you're gonna jump up in the air and then start flying, you can actually eventually jump over top of this 3-meter high wall here. It takes quite a bit of spamming, but if you do it, just keep it up, you can actually eventually jump over this. It's pretty tough, but yeah, I did it a couple times earlier. There you go. Yeah, it takes quite a bit of spamming, but you can actually jump up a 3-meter area with that jump 2 boost as well as the elytras. You can actually jump over just a 2-meter wall just with the elytras if you keep doing that spamming thing. But over there is a island that's missing the top there, and I think I'm gonna go and build like a little village for these guys over there, and we'll see if we get them moved over there. So I built them a nice little retirement island over here. It's one of these generic tower houses with the ladder and the balcony, and then they also got 2 lamps on both sides, or street lights. So now let's see if we can get the villagers over here. I'm just going to use a boat, try to get them inside of a boat and then haul them over here. So first I'm going to take over this leather worker here. He is probably like the least rare of the 3 types, so if I happen to kill him, that doesn't really matter so much. So get him over here and get him settled in. Let's see, I might have to put the door in the house because they might see the villagers over there. So I brought a door along. I'll put a door in their house so they'll see this as their village and they will accept it as their village, and hopefully they'll stay here. And if that door causes any problems, let's say with anything else that we build over there, we can always take the door out or just place some blocks up in the sky to make it no longer a village. So if we just place like 7 blocks off in this direction of the door and in that direction of the door, they'll no longer be seen as a village. So then we don't have to worry about this door affecting other stuff over on the island. But now I'm just going to haul the other 3 villagers over here and see how they like their home. So here we have the last villager from the 1.7 villagers, and we'll just take them over. And it looks like the other villagers are already accepting their house there because it's dark out. They're already inside. So that's good. And we'll get this guy out of the boat and hopefully he'll join them. But yeah, it's a nice little island. I checked all the light levels, make sure that no mobs will spawn over here. Hopefully none of the zombies over there will come over here and kill these guys. But yeah, they're checking out their house. I like the view. Got a nice view of the sunrise and sunset. And if you guys ever get bored, you guys can climb up here. I don't know if you're going to figure out how to get back down again. But yeah, you got a nice balcony. And you can look over the rest of the village island, and there's another island over there, but you can't really see it from here. But yeah, that's a nice little house for these guys. So I don't want these guys to get struck by lightning and turn into witches. So I'm going to build up to the world limit, and then I'm going to put down some glass. Put some glass over top of this island here, so that way if any lightning strikes, it won't hit these villagers and turn them into witches. I placed in that glass up above this island here, so they should be protected from lightning so they won't turn into witches. If they go out too far, they may get struck by lightning. Also, if any zombies come over, there probably won't be too many zombies spawning over there. It's pretty lit up, but if it happened to be a zombie that would happen to come over here and actually attack these guys, they do have the armor on, so if I would take my armor off, I could demonstrate this. If I actually would hit this guy, you can see how much damage I actually take. And yeah, this villager actually killed whatever's attacking him before they ever killed him. So you can see right there, I just killed myself. Ray was killed trying to hurt a leather worker. So yeah, that's not too good. So that actually went towards my villager, or actually went towards my stats. And you can see here, I actually done this before, but I have a tendency of AFKing, having mobs kill me. But yeah, you can see here I killed 2 villagers. I've done this before, but yeah, villager, or I killed 100 or 1,700, but I was killed by a villager twice. That's what happens. So pretty much a zombie will actually kill himself before the villager will actually die. And if you do want to know how you can actually regenerate the villager's hearts, if you just trade with him and he actually gets these little swirls around him. So if you do a trade with him, let's see if I get maybe some leather. There he goes. You can see he updated his trades and he gets his regeneration. Yes, he can actually gain the regeneration effect, so he's actually healing himself, so that he should be good if anything else attacks him, since I hurted him a little bit. But yeah, that's how you regenerate the villagers' hearts after you hit them. I also put a sign up here just saying 1.7 villager house. But yeah, these guys should be pretty good. They got the armor, they got a nice little house, and we also gave the villager at spawn some armor. He's been really helpful to us. But I think that's going to be it for today. So thanks for joining me as I have fun in survival. Bye-bye!